The following podcast is for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised. The views and opinions expressed on this episode are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of EMX or EMP, but whether it does or not ain't none of your goddamn business.
I am Magneto. You are nothing.
This is EMX episode 148. Hello everyone. If you want to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/EMPcast, that'd be great. For as little as $1 a month, you can get our EMBS episodes the week they come out, and there's a couple extra rewards if you want to contribute more. It helps pay for storage and server stuff and all the things that we need to keep this show going.
And trust me, we want to keep it going.
Yeah. Thatcher, how's it going, buddy?
It's been, things are finally like coming out of that hellishly dark time. So rather than just sort of feeling like, oh man, I've made it. I feel I'm now. It's like, okay, we're moving, we're doing stuff. The new year is happening.
Yeah.
So that feels good. What didn't feel great was I found out, like seemingly at random, and I feel like this is going to make me sound like an idiot, but apparently my information, like my social security, like all that shit, was part of the AT&T data breach back in 2024. And when it came up as like an alert on like my Nord VPN thing that I use to watch wrestling, and nothing else. And I was like, what? This is, and so I looked it up and I'm like, oh shit, this is a real thing. And I remembered that like a few weeks before, just randomly, I'd gotten an email from my bank saying like, hey, here's your new account information for that account that you opened. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, I didn't open any, you guys know how little money I have. Like, why do you think I'm opening up a second account for $60? Do I want to make it look better that I have two accounts? No. But, and even when I opened the app, like it was there in the app of like, hey, and they're like, hey, you got to put money in this account within 30 days. Or this account's going to be closed. And I just basically, I did the thing that I do that has been a detriment to me my entire life, which is I just ignored it, hoping that it would go away. Yeah. And it did. Put a dime in there. I'm like, I don't care if it's in that. Like, I don't know what this is. But then, like, when I saw the thing about the data breach, I was like, motherfucker. So I'm still figuring out how to deal with that bullshit. The good news is apparently they have settled a class action lawsuit that includes like more stuff for people who, it's like socials and stuff went out. But obviously news is that the deadline to join the class action was like mid-December. And I just found out about this like 2 weeks ago.
Oh no.
So who knows?
Yeah. But usually in those group things, like you might get like $100 or something.
Yeah.
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 As I told you off air, every little bit helps. See, this is why the Patreon is important. Because at some point, I'm going to get like either catfished or hacked out of all of my money. And then Viet's going to go, hey, I don't know if we've paid out what we get for Patreon. And I was, you know what? I was at once shocked and then, but also grateful. And I was grateful to all you people out there that, so I'm glad. So I'm glad that we're able to do this. So the story kind of comes full circle and it ends on a happy note.
Yeah.
You know,
Glad you were able to catch it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Bree would have like when I told her about this, because I didn't mention it until I figured it out after the fact. And just the look on her face as I was going through the story was just like such an emotional journey. Because she was just like, oh my God, what did he do? What the fuck did he do? Oh my, how much money did he lose? Oh my God, he didn't lose anything. Holy shit, that's amazing. That could have been so bad.
Well, I need to it's time for me to renew my VPN, and I need to start doing some research to see which is if I should stick with who I have or there's a better one to get. But
yeah, I'm beginning to start becoming a little tinfoil hatty about that stuff too.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm using PIA right now, but I'm really considering doing some baby switching. Anyway,
Yeah. What about you, Corn? What you got?
nothing much since the last time we recorded. Got a couple new games that I haven't yet to crack open, but I'll talk about what I've been watching on EMBS because I did start an old series that's been on my list for a while.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Justified.
Oh yeah, I need to finish Justified. That might be the thing that pushes me over the edge because I never watched like the last couple of seasons.
Yeah,
not because I didn't like it. It just was one of those things I didn't have the time. But fucking quality.
It's been sitting on my list for years.
Oh my God, anything with Elmore Leonard's name on it is fucking gold, guaranteed. 100%.
We'll save it for EMBS. Mm-hmm. I got peer pressured into buying the Clear Obscura Expedition 33 game, which I think won Game of the Year. So two of my best friends are on it. It's just like, all right, you got to get it. So I got it. And then I got that Marvel Cosmic Invasion from somebody else. Some random person talked me into that one. So we're gonna be playing that soon together, even though somebody got all the achievements already. Viet.
I'm just saying. I'm not even the gamer. So what's your excuse?
Yeah. Well, and then I also started prepping to bind again. It's been maybe over a year and a half, maybe 2 years since I last bound something. And, you slowly scroll away, $20 here, $25 there, till you got enough.
I have no concept of that.
Do a nice big batch. So I really want to do the House of X stuff, but I still got a couple volumes before that to bind. So starting to prep, starting to look into some of the extras that I want to print out to put in there, and probably by summer I'll get a nice big batch of books out to be bound. I don't know, don't have any shelf space. I have to make some shelf space or buy some new shelving, which is always a good problem to have.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Viet?
As for me, I'm finally like kind of shaking off the rust from the holidays pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I've been mostly taking it easy, opening a whole bunch of toys that I've bought like all of last year that I just like put in boxes and just like put in a room and never even looked at. And I was like, let me open these, and I've been posting them to our Discord. If you if you want to see all the stuff that I've been posting, um, a lot of TMNT figures,
Street
a lot of
Fighter.
stuff that I got on sale, some Street Fighter stuff, and it's been pretty cool. It's almost like a delayed, like a delayed Christmas. So it's been kind of nice. And then I've been 3D printing some 3D printing some kind of like floating shelves and things for the office, and
Okay.
yeah, it's been kind of nice. And then I finally went to the doctor and got some drugs. I can breathe through my nose now, which is pretty hype.
Always a plus.
Yeah, highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, breathing through my nose and not coughing. It's a big fan of that. And yeah, so things are starting to look up despite everything else happening in the world. But
Yeah. I don't know if I said this last time, but I told Bree it would absolutely be in character for me to finally get my career going on like a pretty decent trajectory, and then just the entire world economy and everything just completely goes to utter shit.
yep, very much. Was it Twilight Zone?
Yeah, very on brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there was time.
It's like a monkey's paw wish or something.
Terrible. All right.
Okie dokie.
Well, since Viet mentioned it earlier, I'll touch on it one more time. Patreon, www.patreon.com/EMPcast, where for as little as $1 a month, you can help the show keep the servers and lights on. But besides all that, I am here to tell everybody that my name is Corwin, and this is EMX, and with me is Viet.
Hello.
Just so you know, you can put a name to the voice, and one Thatcher.
Hello.
This will be 1 hour of uncut, uncensored, and unscripted conversation about the X-Men books for December 2025. We will be spoiling the hell out of the books. So if you haven't read them and want to read them, then you might want to pause and come back. Or if you just want to, you want to be spoiled for it all, then you can step on in right now because we are starting at this moment in time. Thatch, you are up first. I mean, we are back to the
boy
finale
of the Age of Revelation.
The number 3.
Yeah. Part of me just wants to be like a complete dick and just do the finale issues right away. But I did read these in what looked to be publishing order. Okay. So, I think overall, before we get into it, I'm just going to preface everything by saying, overall, I think they did a pretty decent job with this new kind of like 3-month format kind of thing, Like, I think it was handled relatively well. So keep that in mind as I'm, saying things about these books, because I'm not trying to be unkind. Anyway, what did I start with? I started with Amazing X-Men 3. So let's go there. So Amazing X-Men 3, written by Jed McKay, art by Mahmoud Masrar, colors by Matthew Wilson, and letters by VC's Clayton Cowles. So this is, it's it's it, you know, like, sorry, my headphones did something weird there. This is, you know, Cyclops and the gang's long walk to go put something through Revelation's face. And on the way, Psylocke lets, you know, them know, oh, yeah, you know, gives the deets on, yeah, I was supposed to kill Bay, and then she said this thing to me, and then she's, you know, damned us, and now they're going to kill me. And in general, they're unsympathetic to it. Glob Herman, especially.
Yeah.
And then a couple of, you know, the Seraphim angel fellas come out, and while Psylocke's talking them down, Glob Herman is just like, anyway, so I came out blasting.
Yeah. So anyway, let's start blasting.
Yeah, like, yo, dude, like, I love hardcore Glob Herman. You know, like, there's something so endearingly stupid about it that it's like, you know, you can have a really stupid mutant power and like be kind of an action hero, because regular action heroes don't have any powers either. They just have a gun. So sure, if you look like a fucking Jello mold, people will laugh at you, but then you pick up a gun and it's like, all right, whoa, man, take it easy.
Well, that's the thing that made his Infinity comic so great, is when you learn who his mentor was, it completely makes sense.
Oh, who was it?
Frank Castle.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't? So anyway, they murk these fools, and they basically are just like, all right, we got to get going. And they meet up with WizKid in Philadelphia, who is one half of the time transporting, mind blasting, machine making gang, which involved using Zorn and Schwarzschild as a MacGuffin to make time travel go. But Zorn, as we know, is dead. So yeah. And so they get all the intel, and they're like, all right, look, we're gonna go in, and we're gonna get after it. But Beast insists that he's like, Scott, you're really tired. Plus, I know you're not used to aging because you've been the same age for like 40 years. But technically your body is 10 years older. So you should go take a nap. And Cyclops is all right, I'll take a nap. And so while everyone's resting up, he's like, all right, I'm going to get some information here and try to, figure some stuff out. And he has a nice conversation with Jen. And as they're getting ready to regulators mount up, they're like, oh, we've got a problem. Apparently Apocalypse and Professor X just touched down, in I almost said Central Park, but like Central wherever they are.
Philly, right?
Yeah, they're in Philadelphia. So I don't know if there's like a specific site that they have them in Philadelphia, but either way, like,
it's about to go down.
Ding, ding, ding. And I think, like, ultimately, an overall positive for this kind of format that they did was they really did make it so that it was like, all of you're not reading part 1 in Unbreakable and part 2 and this one and then part 3 in Expatriate, they were just like, we're going to do 3-issue arcs, and all those 3-issue arcs are going to end at this point, and that's where the finale chapter is going to go. We just need you to get everybody to this point. And I think that was smart because, I mean, not everything paid off, but not everything can, which does beg the question of why there's so much, but that's a different discussion.
Yeah. Of people that are picking up the series later on in the back issues. Amazing X-Men #3 is you need this one.
It's ironic you put it that way. I do have something for the end of the episode, so hold on to that thought, Viet.
Yes. Okay. This is a good issue though.
Very good issue.
It was. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some ones where it's like, look, this is where like the main shit is going down, and this is clearly like the main shit is going down book. So yeah, like if you were putting a collection together of Age of Revelation, this would probably be front and center.
Which I have now mapped into 2 volumes, but we'll get to that later as well. Let me jump in here, and we're going to continue on the McKay bus because I am going to talk about the Book of Revelation #3, written by Jed McKay, art by Nito Diaz, inks Sean Parsons and J.P. Meyer, colors by Fer Fuentes Sujo and Clayton Cowles on the letters. And this is where we pick up with Rebecca, scratch that out, Verta, the subtle, who was bad enough to give Ensabanor some sass during her interview, as she claims her Iraqiness. Which, I mean, I'm loving this little girl because here she actually gets close to Revelation. She plants a gate. We see her pick up a seed to plant a gate and build a knife out of the biomass. And she legit almost takes down Revelation. I mean, she gets the drop on him, except she does let her real identity slip with some verbiage, mutant weapon, which is an Iraqi term, which kind of tips Doug off. So, she tries to do her thing here, and then once again we learn Doug's true plans to become the biomass of the planet, aka a version of Ego where he is one with everything and in control of the planet itself.
Which is also a thing that they talked about in the other book. I just forgot to mention it. So I'm glad you're picking it up here.
So yes, once he's able to get the upper hand on her, he ends up killing her. She completes her mission by opening a gate, which of course Doug was like, well, this is exactly what I wanted. So the end of this issue aligns with the end of the last issue, where here comes Xavier and Apocalypse with their troops through the gate. So great issue that ends in the same spot as the last issue, but cross and double cross and triple cross and quadruple cross and what's after quadruple, quintuple cross and sextuple cross, and very Death Note-ish.
Yeah, it got a little definitely a little but I thought that you would, so in anticipation of that, then I did this, and it's like, okay,
I'll see your double cross and raise you another double cross.
Exactly. But I just love that she's basically just like the Iraqi version of the little girl from Orphan. Like they send her to Earth to be all like sweet and shit, but in turn she's like some sort of hard ass Iraqi stabbing machine, and is like, yeah, I'll fucking murder you too. How about that?
Yeah, she's like,
oh, you're Apocalypse? I'm gonna put a knife in your eye.
Yeah, she's a Rocky X-23.
Yeah, I love how she got by his powers too when he's like, Elbecca, stay, and then she ends up stabbing him back. She's like, my name's not Elbecca. It's like, of course.
That was a really fascinating like twist or whatever that they had on his power that I kind of wish they'd explored more. But like maybe as like it's a drop a hint of it and then for have it to be used in that scene.
It was good.
Yeah,
even the
really
art,
good.
even the art is great, and some of the way they broke up some of these panels with their storytelling is really good. Fight scenes, how they
I love
grid it
bringing
out.
back the old school Apocalypse look too,
Wait.
looking very menacing.
Oh, you mean at the end when he's coming through the gate?
Yeah, but even like when he's interviewing, like that scene of him sitting on the throne with Elbecca.
Go back to the beginning of the issue. Yes.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Agreed.
All right. Yeah, like I don't know how. I guess in regards to building to the finale, I guess we should talk about the Last Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. The Last Wolverine number 3, written by Saladin Ahmed, art by Edgar Salazar, colors by Carlos Lopez, letters by Corey Petit, and yeah, this is sad.
this really out of all of them, it harkened the most back to original Age of Apocalypse, where it's just like, you thought you were getting a happy ending, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, I know,
whatever.
Right? Yeah, like I was not expecting this. What again? I like this Wendigo, or what's his name, Leonard, the Wendigo kid, is he sounds like Broadway from Gargoyles to me. But yeah, we have Nightcrawler sacrificing himself by overpowering himself and getting a heart attack. We then have we have Heather sacrificing herself to try to kill Wolverine with the Muramasa blade.
Yeah, the Masa.
Yeah, Muramasa blade. They do get Wolverine out of his control from Revelation by cutting off his arm. But then, Leonard, the Wendigo kid, sacrifices himself by yeeting Wolverine off a building, and to take on, to go full Wendigo on everybody.
Yeah, he Wendigon.
Yeah, and Wolverine is off. He's away and very sad. But holy crap, I wasn't expecting this book to make me feel feelings.
Yeah, this was like the real surprise. You didn't think this series mattered, did you? Because it could have just been totally just like, oh, Leonard, you're dumb. And like have him die hopelessly without having actually like, made a difference.
Mm-hmm.
But, the whole like sacrificing and just getting full Wendigon crazy on their asses.
Mm-hmm.
Is like that's a special little. I've got to say, I'm a little surprised that it was like he just had to have his arm cut off to snap out of it.
Yeah.
Like, that seemed very sudden.
Well, it was
Yeah.
also the smell of Heather once he got her scent.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
I mean, it just felt really abrupt. And maybe that's just because, like, honestly, we didn't really expect I don't think any of us really expected this plan to work.
True.
Yeah.
Like, we were like, yeah, he's going to be dead in a ditch in like a day. So whatever. But yeah, it's, so I wish they could have sprinkled in a little bit more like actual Wolverine, you know, throughout this book. But then I guess that would have taken away from the Leonardy tragedy. So yeah, we'll see.
Definitely hits you in the fields, and even when Leonard gives up the goat, well, when he just lets it all go and then realizes, like, he's actually missed this. It's kind of sad.
I feel like he would have lasted a really long time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he gave him hell,
Like,
but
yeah, like those guys were kind of dumb. Like, they look
Yeah.
like who are these dudes? Like, these are no name guys. Like, these aren't even guys like now. They're like, let's make up some guys so that, like, they're not losing the Leonard.
Well, you got Dragoness. Well, that's kind of the only one.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Dragoness, that's a reach, homie. That's a reach to be like, no, Dragoness, she's a named chick. Dragoness is legit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
it was a good time. It was a good time.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right.
Back to you, Doctor.
Back to me. Okay. Well, if we're going in this like weird reading order that I may have started, Asan, let me see what the next one would be. As I read them, the next one, well, no, because we have jumped around already, so never mind. Scratch that. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to say slim pickings, but
You're not wrong.
Let's do Unbreakable X-Men. Numero Trace. Written by Gail Simone, with art by Mario Santoro, with Luciano Vecchio, Tiago Palma, David Tinto, and R.B. Silva, with colors by Espen Grudentinger. Sorry, see, that's the one. There's always going to be one that I mess up. And letters by Clayton Cowles. So we start off with sort of like a backstory scene of... It's funny, like, it's Haven House, Louisiana, present day. Okay, but not present day from like this series that you've been reading, like present day, which is 10 years before the age of Resp. So it's just like, it's just kind of funny. Where they apparently made their pact to be like, look, we're gonna fuck up Shuvarak if she ever comes back. And since she came back, everybody showed up, and now they're like, let's fucking ride. And apparently she's going to Atlantis for the whole Galactus thing. And so they fight really poorly aged Namor.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. Like, he let himself go.
Maybe it's the virus.
Like, it's only been 10 years, but damn. Yeah, like, it's fucked up. So basically, Namor and Gambit fight. And eventually, to stop Shuvarak from, destroying everything, first Gambit calls in his dragon friend to fight Namor, and just when he thinks it's all going to go, Galactus Rogue is back, and she pops Shuvarak's head like a zit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, Rogue is back. And then the issue ends. So there you go.
To eat you.
That's
Of all the books I thought was gonna not end on a good note, this was one of them. I was actually very surprised.
Yeah, I was really. I did not expect it to go down this way.
Yeah.
And I literally had to go back a few pages and be like, did I miss where Rogue just comes back? Because a few things later, they're like, oh yeah, Death Dream did it. And I'm like, when was that? And it's like, there's 2 panels where Death Dream's like, hey, is it ethical to bring people back to life? I don't know. LOL, JK, be right back. And then 3 pages later, Rogue is back, and they're like, oh yeah, he swapped his life for hers. Anyway, she's gonna pop her head off, and the issue's over.
Yeah, well, Death Dream is now mortal. Yes, I will say this didn't really tie into the whole Age of Revelation stuff, but I liked how it gave an ending to where the writer started the story with the series. It kind of continued the series itself into this years later, instead of it being, deep into the Revelation stuff, it was cool. I love how Calico and Gambit kind of sealed the deal that, she thinks of him as her dad and he thinks of her as his daughter, and how they kind of...
He's her pa. He's her pa.
So that was nice.
And apparently she can make embers turn into seahorses.
Yeah, that was that's another thing about this series. I think one of the things that you're 100% right on, Corwin, is that I feel like there was some discussion along the lines of, look, we got to do this thing, but here's the setting. Whatever you want to do, you don't need to have these guys be part of the big thing at the end. You can just do a thing like what you're doing, but in this time. And then it was, very sort of clever, and the way to kind of to do that circling around that you mentioned. So I dug that about it for sure. And the being able to sort of drop hints at what these guys are going to be able to do. Mm-hmm. They're like, seahorses are in your future.
Well, she's the one who even made their protective auras when they're underwater. So
yeah. The thing about having a magical horse is magical horses have other capabilities, apparently. Magical undead horse and multiple people.
Yeah, the being able to make multiples, them looking like something else and doing stuff. Wild.
Yeah, but it was very another one that, well, I've been feeling bad for Gambit this whole series. It's been super sad.
Yeah, that was all I mean, yeah, the fact that it did have a happy ending seemed a little out of character.
Mm-hmm. And then for him to take on Namor, I wish we maybe would have seen or heard a little bit more of the effect that the eye of Agamotto had on him, which is supposed to slowly corrupt him and stuff. It would have been nice to see some more of that.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to jump to a book that I thoroughly enjoyed, The Omega Kids, written by Starts me at the end of the issue.
Nope. It's
Tony Fleeks, Andres Genolet on art, Sir Fuentos Hugo on colors.
Cifuentes Suho.
Suho.
See, him I can do. I'm always good with him.
Yeah.
I'm great with Cifuentes Suho.
That F and that S, those, I don't know what, my brain just can't seem to.
I know.
get that
It
stuff.
sucks.
And VC's Travis Lanham on letters. This is what raising little bastards can be like. you give everything to these damn children. And somehow they still think they know more than you or are better than you. But Quentin had to have Rachel help him put the smackdown on his little demons, who of course broke the main rule, the one rule that he gave them. One simple rule, as he said. And he had to deal with his own children, and then even offers them a second chance to do things right, do things better, and learn their lesson. And he psychs them out on that, which I didn't really see coming. Like, yep, I'm just playing. We're done with you. And literally goes to Revelations like, oh, we need a new batch of Omega kids. It was just like, wow.
Yeah, speaking of double crossings and all that stuff, right? I was just like, I love the whole thing where, like the interaction with Quentin Quire and Rachel, where it's just like, oh my god, these kids are monsters, and he's just like, I am such a good teacher.
It's like, fuck, they lost their shit in the most well-educated way.
Like, I had taught them so well.
Oh, man, I really did not think that they would pick up the, multiple killing instantly right away. But boy, howdy, they took to it. Like fucking ducks to bloody water.
And I'm like, I am good. And then I was just like, minus the whole wanting to do a genocide thing, but
no killing innocent people. One rule.
Yeah, and then he's just like, nah, screw you kids.
Yeah, I thought that was just hilarious. Like, it was just perfect.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him. I really love the writing on this, and I just, especially the youngest one, she was just so damn evil. The blonde, forgot her name. Bailey Quinn.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll say this too about this series: it is probably the best paced out of all of them. Like, this one, as they say, understood the assignment.
Yeah.
And it gets you exactly what it needs to tell you, like boom, boom, perfect 3-act kind of thing. So, I mean, it doesn't have the weirdly abrupt ends or, something kind of coming out of left field. So I dig the hell out of that. And the art, again, like this dude, whoever this dude is, I hope he gets more work.
That's one thing I got to give these series with. They really brought some people who I've never heard of before.
Yeah, that's Andres Genolet.
Andre Genolet. That may or may not be how you pronounce it. I'm not going to say that it is, but that's the way I enjoy pronouncing it.
Yeah, this could be Anders Genolet.
Yeah, Anders. Yo, I'm Anders Genolet. No, I'm sure he's a very sophisticated person.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, this fucking solid. The colors are it's a great mix of. Yeah, I mean, not only does Andre Genolet and Fer Cifuentes Suho sound great together, they make beautiful artwork. because like just everything about it is just popping, in my opinion. So
Agreed.
right
Almost,
on.
I would dare I say, like almost Pepe Larraz. Like,
Close.
It's
He's got a
it's
Go
in
ahead.
that very kind of like um you can tell, like it's got a distinct style, but also everybody looks different,
yeah,
and like there's time taken on it, and there's mostly backgrounds, like, and it really is this sort of like the kind of art style that's sort of like a simple but grounded, so it's not too stylistic either. Anyway,
hmm
I don't think he's quite found his faces yet. It just seems that sometimes there's a little struggle with how much detail to put in some of the faces in his drawing. Sometimes it's a little bit too little. So there's some growth coming. There's some growth there that he can do, just a little more consistency and finding his own solid style when it comes to faces.
yeah. All right. Um, let's see. I'm trying to look. I'm looking through this list. I'm just like what we have left besides, but we need to make sure we have time to do the finale.
We'll probably save the last
um,
10 minutes for the finale.
yeah, and
Mhm.
honestly, I'm going to say that there's probably, I feel like we've really hit all the ones that had like a major impact on the finale, because I didn't read a lot of these. I hate to say it, some of these I didn't read.
Mhm.
And I did not feel like I missed anything when it came to the finale. I was like, oh yeah, what
Yeah.
about that?
I guess we'll go. I guess we'll go with
I
Expatriate
was gonna
X-Men.
say, I'm surprised if you didn't pick that one.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's your
say
team.
that's
Let's be its team.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. It's still it didn't. I don't. All right, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Eval Ewing writing, Francesco Mortorino on the art, Raul Angulo on the colors, and Ariana Mayer on the lettering. Yeah, so basically our team comes to Providence, and yeah, this I guess Liar Bird is the father of Ilyana's kid.
yeah. There's a lot happening there.
Yeah, I'm like, did do what?
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, and then yeah, like I don't, there's just it just there's just a lot going on, like just a lot of double crossing and stuff that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But in the end, everyone gathers together and realizes that like they mentioned Kitty Pride or Kate Pride. I mean, sorry, that
They call
that
her Kitty.
she, yeah, they call her Kitty, and she's still around, or Melee thinks she's still around because there's been talk about a ghost. And we've talked about it last episode. It was like, hey, remember that time she was phased in the giant bullet in space?
Yeah,
I was like, she's been permanently phased for a long time. Like it's been a thing.
yeah. It can happen, and more
Yeah,
often than you'd think.
yeah. And so yeah, they all banded together to go try to rescue Kitty
Boy, I hope
and
we find out
and
if they're able to do that at some point.
kill Revelation.
Well, more than that,
Um.
Colossus decides to stay with his sister.
Mhm, yep.
Oh, by the way, I couldn't help but decide to Google Andre Genolet,
Hmm.
who is from Uruguay. And he has he's worked on a bunch of stuff for Marvel already.
Hmm.
He was on X-Men Blue and Spider-Girls. And he was regular on Runaways.
Okay.
Volume 5.
Was that the Rainbow Rowell run, which I never read?
I think so. And then he looks like he did some Star Wars stuff too, which makes sense because I think he does have. I feel like he would have a good style for like licensor approval artwork, you know? Anyway, sorry. I just thought that was
No, that definitely helps.
But yeah, and I got to agree with Viet on this. I know, like this, like if you want to talk about like ones that needed another issue, I feel like it was this one because there was just
the pacing wasn't great on this. But the artwork is gorgeous.
Yeah,
like this is a beautiful comic. Like I love the costume designs, the drawing, the action. It's gorgeous, and I love these characters. But yeah, like I was just like, okay.
I think the biggest problem that it has.
Wait, Raul's the colorist.
Who?
Raul
Angulo is the colorist.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is they threw us a swerve with this Lyrebird character.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that like this is the first time we're really seeing them kind of like, I don't know, it feels like it kind of just skewed things a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, do I care about this guy? Oh, he's a traitor? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who he is anyway, so who cares? You know,
right.
Like, yeah. So, you know, it's, it wasn't badly done, you know, and like you said, like it's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, the story just trailed off into weird territory that it couldn't finish.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't mind another good Marauders book with them dressed like this.
I wish we got to see a little bit more of what they can do with their powers in this timeline, this far into the future. Like what Bronze can actually do more than just her tentacles. And well, I guess immediately we already know what she can do.
Yeah.
But did they ever talk about what happened to Exo? I don't think we heard anything about Exo, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right. Falls to me, and you know I got to pick up that Rogue Storm because okay, let me get to the creature.
Actually goes back to Thatcher, right?
Say that again?
Didn't it go back to Thatcher?
Oh, I thought that was Thatcher's pick. My bad.
No, you know what? Do Rogue Storm because yes, you're going to have a lot more to say about it than I would about anything else.
You sure you don't have another issue?
No? I mean, I have stuff that I've read, but there's nothing that I'm just like, fuck.
Go.
Like that's
don't matter. Okay. Talk about something that was bad and why then.
Well, I don't want to say bad. But again, kind of along the same lines, I'll do X-Vengers kind of quickly. Written by Jason Liu with pencils by Sergio Davila, inks by Ayur Jimenez, colors by Rain Barreto, and letters by Joe Sabino. So basically, we're back to our ticking clock of you have 3 hours to prove that the American government didn't try to kill me, or I'll start a mutant war. and then surprise, they're attacked by the United States government when they arrive, and
Led by President Falcon Cap.
yeah,
Sam Wilson.
yeah, and like the thing that they had that was part of Vision gets woken up, and it starts turning people into mutant things. And then MODOK is there. Apparently, like, he hacked all their matrices because they had been using old AIM equipment, and so he was behind everything. And then he is soundly defeated very quickly.
Yeah.
And then it's over.
Like cannonball through his nose.
Yeah. It's, I mean, sure, they killed Sunspot and Hawkeye. Because to me, you know, honestly, the thing that's always crazy about these alternate universe stories is how easy it is to kill these main characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it got a little easier during the Krakoan era. And that I would almost let slide, because they probably were, like, if you're going into it going, well, if I die, they're just going to resurrect me. You're probably going to play it a little more fast and loose. But yeah, I mean, this was a story that was told. Like,
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's just like, it doesn't really feel like it has any kind of authentic connection to
The characters, yeah.
or not even just the characters, just to like what's going on. You know, like, it's just like, here are some guys, do something with them.
Yeah. I would much rather have sort of like a prequel of, yeah, like this. I would rather have a New Mutants book, right, where the New Mutants like confront Doug. It's like, hey, you're being a little bit of a supervillain here.
Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, as I was reading this, and it's funny, like, well, I'm sure we'll get into this some with Rogue Storm, but you know, these stories didn't have to all be taking place at the exact same time.
I mean,
Like, this could
some
have
of them
been
don't.
this could have been a story. You could have just been like, hey, this is going to be right afterwards with all these guys, you know, and then it's just like, this is how this went down 5 years ago, you know, because if you're not going to use the miniseries to tie into anything that's in the finale, aside from like him going, the government's going to get me one day. It's just like, dude, welcome to 2026. The government's going to get us all one day. Like, what the fuck? Like, how is this any different? You just grew special moss and everything is still exactly the same.
I think the biggest thing for me was like all of this happening, right? Like the revelation, the X virus. I was like, y'all motherfuckers still had time for elections.
Yeah,
Like, he's talking about like like Sam Wilson was talking about my campaign. I'm just like, are y'all for real right now?
yeah, that is honestly just, I mean, and this is clearly a greater issue, but I feel like that's kind of indicative of how Marvel's current policy toward like the government and whatnot. It's just like, no matter what happens, everything is fine. There's no reason for superheroes to have to take care of anything. It's not like, you know, we are absolutely not going to publish a book about Captain America beating up January 6th rioters, even though he 100% should have done that. And it should have been a double-sized, all-silent issue that it was just completely him decimating those guys. Just fucking them up in like every possible way. But I digress.
All right. So let me run through Rogue Storm and then we'll have enough time. We'll have a good 10, 15 minutes to wrap up the loose ones and the finale. So Rogue Storm, written by I'm sorry, how you say it? Murewa Ayodele? Murewa Ayodele.
I think so. I don't know.
Roland Bashi on art. Colors by Niraj Menon, Fuentes Sujo.
There you go.
And
That's it. That's the stuff.
it only took me like 4 books. And Rachel Rosenberg, lettered by Travis Lanham. Wow, when I say they go heavy in this book with Storm going for revenge and tapping into her powers and her magic and just craziness.
Yes, that's the word.
Craziness.
Yep.
You know, they jump back in time, back and forth in time 5 years ago to where the whole massacre goes down, and how do you pronounce his name? Iragun, whatever the demon name is.
Eagun, maybe?
Those I don't know, not a posh.
Yeah, there's an accent on there.
Those accents throw me off, but yeah, Storm literally makes a vow of vengeance and takes years to finally take this dude down. I didn't expect it to tie more into what was going on in the other books, but the way this book ended, they made it seem like it was going to somehow tie in, or Storm might appear in the last battle or something, but there was a very abrupt ending to this book, and I'm just like, oh, you know, we don't get the climax fight. We don't get resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all over the place. I kind of didn't know what was going on.
The time jumps were a lot. Like, I definitely found them like really disconcerting. Not disconcerting, disorienting. And honestly, that was what made me think of what I was saying about the X-Vengers, was that, yeah, you could have just been like, hey, this is the story of how Storm went crazy that one time. Like, you didn't need to bring it all the way to the stuff that was happening in present day. In fact, having it have anything to do at all with what was going on in present day was probably a detriment to this story. Like, if you would cut all that stuff, then I feel like you would have had enough room.
Then you couldn't bring in Gambit, which served little purpose for Rogue Red, and it's just like, oh, okay.
Like, there's just so, like, there's a lot of, like, I gotta say, like, the lettering was not my favorite. I found the
italics,
the font choice that they made, like, really hard to, like, it didn't work with my eyes in this tablet. And I think, and again, like, the accents on the Egun, if that's how you pronounce it. It's like, it just looked kind of strange, but yeah, it's real weird. And then it just sort of ends with, like, but yeah, it's like the story continues in the Age of Revelation finale. I beg to differ, sirs. I beg to differ.
I mean, I will say some of the deaths were nice when she got Akujin. That was a nice
like, the concepts are like wild and great and, like, out there, but I think the combination of them having to be explained so much with the time changes and, you know, all the, like, the planning and double crossing, I think things just kind of, for me, like things just kind of got lost in the shuffle, you know?
Yeah. Well, we know that Storm did kill what's his name, and she ended up dying at the same time. But the whole Rogue Red Gambit scene is after everything, and then they kind of go back to show you the final battle was going down. But yeah, I liked it in some ways. There's a bit of artistry to it and artistic integrity with how they still tell the story and close things out. But I wanted a little bit more out of it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where, like, for the most part, I was just like, I don't 100% understand what's going on, but I'm just here for the ride, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I dig the vibe because it was just like weird and kind of batshit crazy. But now it's just like, okay, like that was the end. But again, I still don't know what's going on. There's still a war rhino going around. You're just like, wait. Like it's still there. Like, well, what, why was it there? And why was that important? Besides, just to give the final blow to.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on, and I don't understand it. And the art wasn't to my liking in a lot of pages.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what happens when you have a more stylized style like that. But I feel like it does kind of in some ways fit with the storytelling, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
there's just something about it where it's like, this is how this story should be told. Yeah, and like, and again, like I don't mean that as a even really as a criticism. It's just sort of like, huh.
I mean, I love just how the issue began with her summoning this power of the god King Inferno, and how we know from the very beginning that it's going to cost her life. But the look that she has, with the fire, it was just great, looking like almost Infrared, like with her headband becoming this kind of horns for her.
That. Yeah, that stuff looked great.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Her tapping into these magical powers, and even when we learned that she had to learn the spell that Dr. Voodoo had, the quantum incarceration spell that he could only do for 1 minute, and she trained for years to get it just to even 3 minutes. So there is some good storytelling in here, but it definitely, I can see people not liking it just because it's way off to the side of everything else and doesn't quite wrap things up. It tells you how it ends, but it doesn't show you.
Yeah, for real. This is a very, very much a not for everyone kind of book.
Yeah.
All right. We got 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop the timer there so we can go ahead and close out with the Age of Revelation finale with the creative team of, let's get to the
Jen McKay.
Ryan Stegman with Nitho Diaz on pencils, JP Mayer on inks, Marcio Menez on colors, and Clayton Cowles on letters. Gentlemen, how do we feel about this issue?
I think it's interesting that just the majority of a lot of our comments, I want to say complaints, is that, hey, this ends really abruptly. Because I feel like that's kind of what ends up happening here. It's interesting that the story essentially goes into everybody gets to Philadelphia, everybody's kung fu fighting, Professor X dies in the first wave. And just like, everybody's, just brawling. Wolverine shows up. He's like, hey, I'm cool. And then just everyone fights until until like he gets stabbed, and then basically they're like, fuck, we lost, didn't we? Shit. All right, let's go. It's all right, we got to do a backup plan. We lost. Fuck it. Let's go back to the time. Now
I was taken by surprise how Scott was unaffected by Revelation's powers because his consciousness is out of phase.
Yeah,
that was like
that again. Like
okay.
That's like the real Dame thing. Like, come on, you've got to find some way to address those rules beforehand. Because then you sound like a little kid going, "Nuh-uh, but my phase waves are different from." Because like we all had a friend that we played with like that, and fucking hated that guy. Fuck you, dude. I'm still mad at you.
It's very much Todd McFarlane said no, but the costume is alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he used his complete and absolute power, he would destroy anyone, any character ever. He would destroy the universe. So I guess, yes, you could say technically Spawn is the most powerful comic book character ever made. I wouldn't say that, of course, but
and as soon as Apocalypse, you think Apocalypse is going to take care of poor Revelation, the tide turns.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna use y'all for meat.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is a little refreshing that it's basically like, okay, we've come up with this whole big plan to like make sure that this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And yet like they straight up lose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's kind of like, and not only do they lose, there's the little twist that we haven't gotten to yet, where it turns out it wasn't present day Beast in future 10 years later Beast's body. It was some other jackass. And like the 3K chairman person. And they sent a bunch of stuff back in time at the speed of time to them. So like to me, that's a very interesting way to sort of like take the thing. Because in some ways it's like, it's not like, oh, okay, well, we killed Revelation and it's over. Bye. Yeah. Like there's still a lot more going on in the overall story.
I mean, look at the last sentence.
Yeah.
That was like, okay, sealed the deal. Oh my stars and garters.
Yeah.
He does look like he's got a little bit of a burned face.
Well, obviously it's not his body because this is Darkest Beast.
Yeah.
We have War Crimes Beast is the 3K leader. He is the chairman.
I'll say that, honestly, I did not pick up on that until you just said something. And now that you said it, it makes perfect sense. Because like, why else would he be able to go into Future Beast's brain?
Exactly.
Answer that, genius. You're right. You can't. Boom.
Exactly.
Case closed, Your Honor.
It was like, oh. And I was like, oh, okay. Jed McKay did it here. The bait and switch was great. Bait and switch was really great. I got to give it to him.
Oh, man. I didn't even notice that that he goes, as I tried to do before Krakoa fell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like as I was reading it today, I was just like, wait, what? I don't get it. And yeah.
Yeah, like I thought he was just doing that because I was just in the Beast. So I'll use like, in case you didn't know that I was the guy that was in Beast's body. Here you go. I'm going to really try to drive it home. And by doing this, they made it more confusing for me. But now I want to go back and look at all the X3 stuff with that chairman and be like, let's take a look-see.
Yeah, you take a closer look. It's like, oh. I mean, and it was great because even Scott wakes up in the cell at the end. He's in jail. They got him in jail with the visor and everything, saying that he tried to kill Doug. But that was just a perfect mic drop.
Yeah. Honestly, like that, it makes the event seem like the fact that it seems kind of abrupt, fine. Because it's like, it's not even like we're just doing this and then we're going to forget about it right away. Yeah. Like we are legitimately going to continue dealing with this. So this isn't just a, oh, cool, what if kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not like like a Control Z, like, man, that sucked, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like,
and I mean, even if you look at it, the X-Men, the good guys, have future knowledge, but then now also 3K, the bad guys, have future knowledge. So two sides came out of this event with more information on the future, and God forbid 3K was already trying to turn humans into mutants, and now Hank, or we're gonna figure out a name for this darker beast. Now he has the knowledge.
Darkest
beast.
Yeah,
has the knowledge.
I mean, right now he's the chairman.
Yeah,
you can still call him the chairman.
Yeah, I guess we can call him the chairman, but
it's a terrible name. But
it's kind of cool that each have a role if it's based on the role that they play.
If he was stuck in a chair, then at least I'd be like, the fact that it's kind of like a dumb joke would also be very, oh my stars and garters.
Yeah,
it's like, but of course, Scott, after all, am I not the chairman? And it's like, God damn it, dude. You did this whole thing just so you could do the chairman gag, didn't you? And he's like, maybe I did. I don't know why Darkest Beaks talks like that, but I feel like he really leans into dramatic supervillain-y monologues.
Oh yeah.
Very Alan Cumming from Traitors.
Yeah, pretty much the attire for you to be an evil motherfucker is all black tights and a funky helmet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Xavier wasn't evil.
He was sus as fuck.
Yeah.
Always is, always will be.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, right now, so we have the Maker, we have Professor X, and now we have Darkest Beast. I'm just saying.
And the same thing with like what was the what was he calling himself? The other Mr. Sinister that was with Orcus, Dr. Nemesis.
No. Oh damn, what was his name?
But anyway,
Stasis.
No, Dr. Stasis. That's
Stasis.
What it was. Yeah. Like he was a weirdo in a skin tight outfit and a thing and a helmet. I mean, maybe does this mean that they're maybe going to the well with this one a little too much? Maybe. But one of the great things about comics is that you could always do like the just head reveal and you don't have to worry about people being like, oh shit, I recognize that voice. People like me, they're like, wait, isn't that the guy from that show? Oh, I saw him in the trailer. So the guy from the show is this guy. You know what I mean? Like in comics, you can't do it. You got to rely on that just specific written word.
Even in this, go ahead, Viet.
I was just like, man, can you imagine? Like, it's just like, all right, we did all this time travel, and then like all this stuff, and then Cyclops comes back, and you're just like, Cyclops, did we fix it? And he's like, nah, I couldn't even find Beast.
Yeah, he's like,
what?
It's like, nah, shit, man, that was hard. I don't want to do. I couldn't do it. All right.
Yeah, it's just like, I just was in a room and I played Xbox. So, sorry, guys.
Bro, it's a fucking wreck up there, dude. Like, what am I gonna do? I have laser eyes. Okay. And I had a beard and a different visor.
Which issue did Doug talk about what happened to Warlock? Was it this one? I'm trying to find the pages.
It was. I think it was in
Amazing.
No, the Revelation one, the Book of Revelation 3.
Yeah,
because he was. It was part of his monologue to the orphan girl.
Yeah, to Rebecca.
Yeah, I mean, he gave up everything and everybody. What he did to Warlock.
It is kind of interesting the way he was just sort of like the way they kind of like laid out the process of like, look, here's the deal. If I don't follow through on this, then it's really going to suck that I killed millions of people. But if I fix it in a really shitty way, then it doesn't matter. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go to therapy about it. I'm going to do this thing instead.
Yeah. No one can tell you you're wrong if there's no one left to tell you you're wrong.
Yeah, like...
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, like,
it was like,
you can't be wrong if there's no, tree in the woods.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like it's insane, but it's like the right kind of insane. Like it's that perfect like justification of just like, look, man, this is a process.
Be wrong if no one's there to tell me I'm wrong.
You gotta break a few eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, the end. They stuck the ending for me at the very least. Yes, some of those tie-in books, which, well, I'll get to that in a second, but they stuck the ending here. I was really satisfied with how it ended. Definitely didn't see it coming either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea where this was going.
Yeah, it was a good and a fairly done sort of switcheroo-y, double cross, Kaiser Soze kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fact that they straight up lost.
Yeah, like,
and then
it wasn't even a tie. It was like the worst Super Bowl you've ever seen, where you're just like, Jesus Christ, this is already over.
Yeah.
We still got to sit through the halftime show.
Yeah. It was a straight beat down, and then to know that it could possibly get worse.
Mm-hmm. And poor Quentin gets his head straight up chopped off.
Yep. Also, I want to coin this Glob Herman as Glob Hermando.
Episode title. Right there. Glob
Herrambo.
Herramdo or Commando?
I said Hermando. But Herrambo also.
Glob.
Sounds good.
Hermando. I like that. Yeah, so a great closing. We didn't touch on all the books, but I will say Binary did not. I was kind of disappointed with it.
Yep.
Didn't dig it. Longshots, once again, had its moments, had its jokes, but when you put Tiger, is it Tiger? Yeah, when you put Tiger and Wonder Man as kind of the main characters of it. Hellcat, sorry. And then the mojo-ness of it, it just, I don't know. It didn't hit the comedic beats for me at certain points, and then the art kind of a little too simple at times.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of...
Yeah, didn't stick the landing at all.
Didn't stick the landing. And Laura Kinney Sabretooth, like... Okay, I know some of these supposed to have dark endings and stuff like that, but the way they ended that book was literally out of nowhere for me, with people dropping dead.
Yeah.
I don't just...
Yeah, wasn't a fan.
Sinister 6. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like Iron and Frost, kind of the same way. I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, and that's my girl Emma Frost, and they couldn't land the book. Interesting way to end it though, with whatever information was sent back in time. Again, maybe Tony might have knowledge of this or not. They don't touch on
yeah.
it. But overall, yeah, it was a little disappointing. I wanted more out of that book.
Sinister 6 was actually pretty interesting, and you called it,
Yeah,
Corwin, that Polaris was Venom.
Yeah.
For
I saw it.
no actual reason.
I mean,
I guess did she lose her powers? Did I miss that at some point?
they don't. I don't think they actually say.
Yeah, because I'm like, otherwise, then why the fuck is she Venom? Aside from the reveal at the end, you know what I mean? Like they were literally just like, and then she found a Venom in the park and became Venom.
Yeah,
The end.
I wish the whole Sinister crystallization thing that's spreading. I wish that would have touched into somewhere into the final finale as well. It was just like maybe would have jacked up Revelation's plans for a little bit or something, or he'd have to fight Sinister for control of the planet, or just tie it in a little bit.
Yeah, or you could do something like, it's like Doug wins, but like because of that thing that he did, it's like, oh no, now I'm also gonna die. So then no one wins.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been
the most depressing ending. It's all fucking pointless. What does it matter?
That definitely would have been a nice touch to it. But yeah, I enjoyed this Sinister 6. I didn't mind it at all. Undeadpool, they stuck the landing. Overall, it doesn't really do anything, doesn't really tie in any kind of way. But it was nice to see Wade come to terms with how the virus was affecting him and him doing what he had to do. So this book got better as it went. And the art, who was the artist on this too? Because the art on this was really good. Carlos Magno. So you want to see some great art. Yeah.
I do love Carlos Magno.
Yeah. And story, like the last issue, also nailed it. It started okay and it just got better as it went on. What does that leave us with? Binary, just didn't like it at all.
Yeah. Radioactive Spider-Man didn't do anything for me either.
Oh, it didn't hit you in the feels at the end there?
I don't know. It's just it was just a whole bunch of Miles saying like get your shit together, Pete. And Pete's just like, nah, my on me. And then that's yeah.
And then it's every Spider-Man story ever told.
It's my mom, and then he has to kill her, and yeah.
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me.
I mean, the Kev Walker art is great.
Yeah. But yeah, I could not care less.
Okay. Well, I thought it was great. Thought it was good. All right, and that's
Cloak or Dagger. I didn't finish reading it, but
holy crap! Where's
I wanted to do something with it. Wanted something, but it didn't.
Actually,
it didn't hit for me at all.
It's not on my list. Why is it not on my list? Huh. Yeah.
But yeah,
it's missing.
But they're both in the same existence now, and they have their kid.
Yay!
Yeah, like cool.
This issue is missing off my list for real.
Yeah.
What happened? Why didn't it
filter?
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Overall, I mean, just the ending, they really stuck the ending, which made me glad. But, I interrupted you earlier because I had this idea of a segment called Minimum of X.
All right.
And I think it's where we can just say, like, for this month, if you're just going to read the Essential X books, which ones would they be?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's safe to say anything Jed McKay, you're good with.
Yeah.
Amazing, finale, Book of Revelation, must reads for the month.
I mean, I would also say if we're going in terms of like what is necessary story wise,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you got to throw Last Wolverine in there because of the Wolverine turn.
Mm-hmm.
Omega Kids.
Yeah, I was just going back and forth about Omega Kids.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, like pretty much every character that you see in the finale, like I feel like you need pretty much.
Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, like so few of these like actually touched on what happens. So,
But yeah, so amazing,
Last
Last Wolverine,
Omega Kids, Book of Revelation,
Yep.
and finale. Those are your minimums of X for the month.
Yeah. That's good lord, that's so many books. 1, 2, 3.
yeah. Because
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But we got through it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought overall the event worked. Yes, there was a lot of that didn't really actually matter, but more than half of those that did, maybe half of those that didn't matter were actually of quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Alrighty, gang. Well, next month, EMX 149, we're talking about the books for January. It does look like we've got some new ones coming up. What do we got here? It's the, what is that? The Inglorious X-Force.
Mm-hmm.
Which, look, we all know they should have called it the Inglorious X-Bastards. But, you know,
I think
they weren't gonna let him do it.
I think the other Quentin would have wanted a cut.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're getting a lot of cool, we're getting a Rogue #1, Ninja Psylocke #1, and then, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see where we land with the Revelation epilogue.
Oh, yeah. Is the Cyclops mini hit this month too? I think there's maybe Cyclops mini.
I'm not sure when it comes out, but yeah.
And kudos to Marvel for lying to us with some of these issue descriptions for these future issues. I was happy to see, because one of them, they were like, Cyclops is stuck in the Age of Revelation, blah blah blah. I'm glad they lied, so thank you.
Interesting.
Thank you for lying to us.
Yes, I mean that's probably why the event went for 3 months, because by the time you get to the previews for the third month, things have kind of launched and they can kind of get to the aftermath stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Give them some time. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Thatcher, plug your stuff.
Yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky and Instagram at Demon Weasel, TikTok for We'll See How Much Longer at Demon Weasel Studios. Who knows? Maybe I'll start streaming. I've been playing video games on my computer. Maybe I'll do that at some point. But you can order my stuff wherever you get your books, or you can go to demonweaselstudios.com. Find yourself some nice scary books and fun comics, and vice versa.
All right. Listeners can find me on Blue Sky at EMPcast, as well as our website, earthsmightiespodcast.com, where you see the link to the Discord server where all the fun happens. Viet.
Yeah, comedian Viet on all the social medias, and I stream on Twitch 3 times a week, making custom toys, 3D modeling, all that good stuff.
All right.
Yeah. With that, we are caught up on EMX.
Yay!
So we're good for the new year.
Yeah. Whew. It's been a January.
Yeah.
I think it's always a January.
Yeah. We'll blink and then it's December.
Yeah.
We will catch y'all on the next episode.
Later.
Bye.
We hope you survive the experience.